was beefing or something like that. You said something about what happened?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same interests in hoes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it, but it ain't nothing too serious, nothing you should worry about.
5 people were shot overnight in downtown Atlanta. 2 of them died, and now investigators are working to figure out what led up to the violence.
Just keep breathing, cuz.
Hold on, you can't move on that, man.
You got it. My fault.
Yeah.
Man, he's shot. What you mean wrong side?
Alright, what's up everybody? We gotta talk about this King Von situation. Rest in peace. It's tragic. Everything that could have went wrong that night. Von was shot in the parking lot of the Monaco Hookah Lounge right in the center of downtown Atlanta after this huge brawl with Quando Rondo's crew and a couple of undercover police. Everything was captured on surveillance cameras with multiple angles, and I've seen so many rumors and fake stories circulating. The stuff about Dirk buying all the tickets to Quando Rondo's next show, news sites posting Snapchats from a fake Quando Rondo account calling King Von Queen Von. That's all fake. We don't have to invent stories. Reality is already crazy. People don't even know. There was almost a second shootout the night Von was killed. After the chaos in the parking lot at the hookah spot, both crews rushed to the hospital and went to the same one. That's why Quando Rondo went immediately to Instagram Live when he got to the entrance at the Grady Memorial Hospital.
Just keep breathing, cuz. Come on.
And while they moved Von's body on the highway 8 miles from the hospital to the morgue, Atlanta police were in the very same hospital charging Quando Rondo's boy Lil Tim for the murder of King Von. Now, not only is Lil Tim fighting this felony murder case, but something people don't know is he's already fighting a conspiracy case in Georgia. After this year-long investigation took down a trap house in Savannah, confiscating 15 pounds of kush, $16,000 cash, and a bunch of guns. And if you're online even a little bit, you've seen the rumors circulating that NBA YoungBoy is responsible for Von's death. We saw close NBA YoungBoy affiliates going immediately to IG Live as soon as it happened, laughing at Von being killed.
The joke's on you, you diss, now you getting wrapped down. Yeah.
Say that's that Von pick. When I seen it got popped, all I could do was laugh. All I could do was laugh.
Now, we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, check out my song of the day. This is my guy Young Po. Let's go.
W song of that shit was heat, my boy.
In his career. It's messed up to say.
God damn, that shit was fire. That shit was crazy.
It's messed up to say, but this is the most attention Quando Rondo's ever gotten in his career. He was never a headliner. He's not a huge artist, but now he's in the position where he's playing up the role of the bad guy, dropping that song, addressing the King Von situation, shooting that video, dressed up as the guy who killed him, Lil Tim. He's been wearing bulletproof vests everywhere, getting all his shows canceled, and what makes this situation worse, at one point, King Von and Quando were cool with each other.
63rd, nigga, some dirty ass niggas, man. I'm talking about, hey, listen, no, man, a nigga on 64, y'all 63rd niggas over there smoking crack.
That's a video from a year ago of the two of them before a show in Atlanta, cracking jokes and making fun of Von's ops together. But realistically, this relationship was not gonna last. And yes, NBA YoungBoy is involved.
YoungBoy, the YB situation was just too real, just too good. All us got a real bond, so I don't f that music shit, like, you feel me? This shit is way deeper than that.
The reason YoungBoy is mentioned in this is cause he has ties with both Quando and Von. Quando was the first artist signed to YoungBoy's Never Broke Again label. They've been real close ever since, making music, doing shows. They even tag team jumped their own security together.
What the fuck they security did for them to jump their own security? Do a subathon? Nah. This why he better.
YoungBoy was beefing with Kodak Black a couple years back. Quando showed his loyalty by going on IG Live and burning Kodak's merch.
Man, it's up. Man, we on some NBA shit, man. Tell Ethica don't send me this shit no more, man.
He even went to New York and got into a brawl in Brooklyn with Kodak's artist Tutu G's. According to Tutu, Quando got slapped, people were throwing chairs, it was chaos. Now thankfully, nobody got hurt, but the beef is still on to this day. And YoungBoy's got a huge list.
Hey, 22 G's is fire. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga.
Nobody got hurt, but the beef is still on to this day. And YoungBoy's got a huge list of these industry beefs with people he doesn't get along with. One tension that was slowly building behind the scenes was with him and a new artist out of Chicago named King Von.
Fuck young boy talking about on this song, bro. He talking crazy on this man.
Oh yeah?
He ain't even like that. Oh! On this ass, man. You got cap in your raps.
At this point,
so he just started talking crazy?
Was just starting to get hot. He had Crazy Story 1 out, the buzz was slowly building. And in March of 2019, Von went on Instagram Live to say that YoungBoy was lying in his raps. YoungBoy fans were quick in the comments, spamming him to apologize or something was gonna happen to Von in 48 hours. Fast forward a couple...
Wait, what?
Now, the buzz was slowly building, and in March of 2019, Von went on Instagram Live to say that YoungBoy was lying in his raps. YoungBoy fans were quick in the comments, spamming him to apologize or something was gonna happen to Von in 48 hours. Fast forward a couple months to December of 2019. Lil Reese, who's super close to Von, comes out and says he would never do a song with YoungBoy. After fans...
Lil Reese won't pay for your future.
We're asking him for a collab. We could see these lines being drawn real quick between O'Block and YoungBoy's crew 4KT. Fast forward again, 4 months ago. These photos surface of Von holding hands with YoungBoy's ex-girl and baby mama Jania. At the same time, Von was tweeting subliminals about posting some other...
I'll post some shit on this bitch that make a motherfucker cry and stop claiming they kids and all type of shit. Someone's been running that photo gallery getting done filthy.
Dude's girl doing stuff that would have him stop claiming his kids. It didn't take long for YoungBoy to match that energy and go out and do a song with King Von's ex-girl, Asian Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another. And the whole Asian Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another.
Bro, bitches are such fucking... Bro, okay, y'all gotta... Bitches in this situation, do y'all realize like y'all is like props in that situation, right? Like y'all is literally just tools. Like niggas is not thinking about you. Like after that photo shoot, no, like niggas is not thinking about you. That's it. A nigga YoungBoy not thinking about you after that. Ain't Asian Doll the one that was like after Von died, he kept like tweeting about the nigga and all this shit? And she did this? What the up? That's tough.
Ex-girl, Asian Doll. Both of them using each other's girls as props to get at one another. And the whole time, people like 600 Breezy from Chicago were hyping Von up, saying stuff like, I love what you're doing, we know what you're doing, hashtag Rapper K. So he's saying Rapper Killer. Basically, he's cryptically talking about YoungBoy, who then responded indirectly but super directly at the same time by saying, I'm gonna make sure my son F's your daughter since you're trolling. Now this tension kept building and building behind the scenes. Von's even got subliminals about YoungBoy on this new album he dropped last month, Welcome to O-Block. On the song Mine 2, Von says outright that he's got beef in Louisiana and the other dude doesn't know it. He's rapping that gangster shit, now he's gotta show him. So when the news hit last month that Von got killed in a confrontation with YoungBoy's artist, theories started to circulate that it was YoungBoy who ordered the hit. 2 days after Von was killed, a fan uploaded an old unreleased song from YoungBoy and titled it like it was a King Von diss called Let Them Shots Off. Now this was pure clickbait, but the video still managed to go to number 8 on trending on YouTube, and it's not about King Von at all. And I saw fans starting to go back into YoungBoy's catalog, reading into his lyrics, looking for clues. One song in particular, they claim predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened. The song is called Dead Trolls, and at one point in the song, YoungBoy talks about planning to rob somebody in Atlanta. He talks about leaving his ops dead and mentions
You think they're reaching?
D Rose being away from the Chicago Bulls home.
Shout out D Rose, you know what I'm saying? Legend around you, nigga. 30 ball last game.
Leaving his ops dead and mentions D Rose being away from the Chicago Bulls home. You connect the lyrics, King Von was staying in Atlanta, he got killed in Atlanta. D Rose was a point guard for the Chicago Bulls, but in Chicago drill, D Rose was an infamous O-Block shooter who got 40 years for a murder. He's been shouted out on numerous tracks by Chief Keef and even Von, who's got photos side by side with him. And this song Dead Trolls just happened to drop shortly after these photos surfaced of King Von holding hands with Jania, YoungBoy's ex-girl. Now, before we get carried away, no, I don't think this song predicted Von's death 2 months before it happened.
No,
I don't think YoungBoy cooked up some Louisiana voodoo to make that happen. In reality, the Atlanta line could be about anybody. Half the industry's in Atlanta, and YoungBoy beefs with half the industry. Jada Youngin, Fredo Bang, their beefs are well documented. Both of them got tension with YoungBoy, and both of them record in Atlanta. So, no, I don't buy it. Truth is, Von's manager says this incident was personal between Quando and Von.
This has nothing to do with YoungBoy doing a song with Asian Doll, and that has nothing to do with this, right?
No, this had to do with Von being the person he is, and Ben, he don't like all that sneak this social media stuff.
And as those tensions escalated between both camps, word is Quando had been talking shit behind the scenes about Von for quite some time, to the point where Von said if he caught someone from that camp, he was putting hands on them. And this music industry's small, you're gonna run into people, especially in Atlanta. That's where all the good studios are, producers, label offices. Quando Rondo's from Georgia, Dirk and Von are both based out there too, so this was only a matter of time. Now, the Monaco Hookah Lounge is right in the center of downtown Atlanta. King Von's been to that spot before, it's a popular place, but it's also a red zone for shootouts. 3 people have been killed at this place in the last year alone. That's why there were undercovers patrolling the area that night and at the venue. Now, the first reports that came out were confusing. The news said that undercover police had shot Von. We even saw dispatch calls from Chicago PD telling their officers that Atlanta police had shot Von and to move with caution around O Block because emotions would be high.
That's the first thing I heard.
Last night in Atlanta, police shot King Von and 2 of his people. Social media is active with, they're upset with the police. So if we have any jobs in Parkway, send 2 cars. Keep your eyes open, be wary. They're not happy with the police over there.
We later found out 3 separate crews were involved. Von's crew, Quando's crew, and the undercover police. Now, nobody knows what set Von off, but Von's manager says that night he wasn't himself. Von was celebrating his album release at Opium nightclub a few hours earlier. He was supposed to go back to his Airbnb around 2:30 in the morning, but he suddenly decided to switch routes midway and go to this hookah spot on Trinity Avenue about 10 minutes away. Now, Von cannot carry weapons himself. He's been fighting that case with Dirk in Atlanta for close to a year. They got strict guidelines to follow, but he knows his status. Usually, Von travels with 3 to 4 security, a bulletproof truck, and his guys from Chicago. But on this night, he left Club Opium by himself with 1 driver and 1 other car, leaving that fleet of security behind. When Von got to the hookah spot, he waited for 30 minutes in the car, and his security finally got word of his new location change and immediately rushed over to get to him. The whole time, Quando Rondo just happened to be in the same parking lot at that same hookah spot, napping in his McLaren. I know coincidences can happen, but this one's pretty big. What are the chances that King Von randomly decided to change routes and go to a hookah spot where somebody that he doesn't like happens to be at? One of Von's friends spots Quando and goes back to tell Von, and on the CCTV camera we see Quando making his way over to this white SUV, scanning the area cautiously. Shortly after, you see Von leaping out of his own car, going looking for Quando. As soon as Von sees Quando, he's stepping out of his own car, going looking for Quando. As soon as Von sees Quando, he starts throwing punches. Von is unarmed, but his crew is swarming Quando quickly. That's when Quando's bro Lil Tim hops out the white SUV, pulls a pistol out, and fires off 5 shots, hitting Von in the chest and thighs. Bullets also graze Von's manager, who is in the mix of it. All hell breaks loose. Von's bro Slutty, who was right next to Von when the brawl started, was the first person to return fire once Von gets shot, hitting Lil Tim in the leg once, but then his gun jams, so he can't finish the job. Now this actually saves Lil Tim's life. Him getting shot in the leg drops him to the ground, making him a non-threat to the undercover police who were creeping around back in the adjacent parking lot. With Lil Tim on the ground and Slutty standing over him with a jammed up Glock, Slutty turns and runs into the adjacent parking lot.
This hearing this shit sound like a movie, dog. Hey, this is why I'm a lame ass nigga for real. I don't even leave the crib for real. I let my niggas handle. I let my niggas have all the fun when they go out and shit. My niggas just be going stupid. I be chilling in the crib streaming and shit. I be chilling in the crib streaming and shit. I don't go out for real. I go out like 5 times a year, dog. 5 times a year. I don't be going out, bro. I'm a lame ass nigga. You got no shoulders? You don't have a choice? Hey, nigga. You be at the hospital? Yeah, nigga. I be calling.
Towards the undercovers, who start ringing off shots and hit both Slutty and another O-Block guy named Louis in the head, killing Slutty on the spot and leaving Louis in critical condition. This whole time,
What?
turns and runs into the adjacent, and Slutty standing over him with a jammed up Glock. Slutty turns and runs into the adjacent parking lot towards the undercovers, who start ringing off shots and hit both Slutty and another O-Block guy named Louis in the head, killing Slutty on the spot and leaving Louis in critical condition. This whole time, Quando is still tangled up with King Von, who's just been shot a bunch of times and has paralysis in the bottom half of his body. According to Von's manager, Quando is screaming, "Von shot, Von shot." And on camera, it looks like he leans in and holds close to Von, either trying to help him or take his chain. It's hard to say which. But eventually, Von's brother Muop runs over and knocks Quando in the head, separating him from Von, where they can now pick him up and escape in the getaway vehicle. Unfortunately, even though the hospital was just 10 minutes away, doctors could not save his life. And now, we're left in the aftermath.
Yes, sir, man. Recipe King Von, man.
You're talking about 2 clicks with huge influence, money, and power. The very next day, we saw
your life could be gone in an instant, dog. In an instant. Look, from Von's perspective, look, that nigga just wanted to throw his hands. He was talking that shit. He ain't telling none of these niggas, hey, shoot this nigga, cap this nigga. Nah, he just wanted to throw them hands and shit. But from Rondo's perspective, yeah, he getting his ass beat probably. But Rondo's homeboy's perspective, they see a lot of niggas on his homeboy, so like, what the hell? I gotta let that shit go. I don't know, bro. That shit's tough, bro. Like, your life, you could just be boom, done, donezo.
Alexander Breezy hitting the freeway at 150 miles an hour, leaving Chicago to go to bat.
Off the rip, though, that's what I'm saying. So look. It really depends how many niggas was on Rondo. So look, I got that thing on me, right? Hypothetically in GTA, I see my nigga Jordan getting jumped by 10 niggas. I'm gonna go in there and throw some hands? Nah, I might pop some shit in the air. But the thing is, if you just pop some shit in the air, them niggas might start getting active and start going crazy. So that's just a tough situation, bro. So like, bro, that's just a tough situation, bro. Shoot their knees. Bro, no, in GTA, in Grand Theft Auto. Yell police or some shit. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I see my nigga Jordan getting his ass. So like, how many niggas was if Jordan getting dropped by like 2 niggas or some shit, like Von and some other nigga? Because even they said it wasn't even a bunch of niggas with Von that day. It was just 2 niggas, 3 niggas. I'm getting put the gun away, nigga. Just do your thing. Do what you gotta do in GTA. Fade 2v3, 2v4. Do what you gotta do, nigga. But you about to end niggas' lives? That's tough. 15 versus Rondo? It was 9. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. So what do you do in that situation, bro? Look, you Rondo's homie. You get out the whip. You see Rondo getting jumped. What do you do, bro? It was only Von. So this is what I heard when it happened. Hold on, let's go back. This is what I heard. I heard Von did it. Von just went in alone, and then other niggas joined. Apparently, that's what I heard. Or maybe I'm bugging. Let me listen again.
600 Breezy from and this song Dead, especially in Atlanta. That's where covers patrolling the area that night and at the venue. Now the first reports that came out were confusing.
Cars, keep your eyes
earlier. He was supposed to go back to his Airbnb. Close to a year, they got he waited for 30 minutes. Shortly after, you see Von leaping out of his own car, going looking for Quando. As soon as Von sees Quando, he starts throwing punches. Von is unarmed, but his crew is swarming Quando quickly. That's when Quando.
So his crew is so Von just throwing them hands at Rondo. I ain't gonna lie, I'm Rondo. I'm dip. I see niggas behind him. Hey, you might look like a pussy, but you got to get the fuck up on out of there. But maybe he didn't see the crew behind him because maybe they just start fading and the crew comes and they ain't nothing he could do. So boom, they fading. Then Von's crew starts jumping in and shit. Fuck, that's just what it. That's when it got toxic, bro. That's when it gets toxic. It's already toxic, but that's when it gets toxic. When 9 niggas are coming down, then it's like, bro, whatever happens, happens after that, bro. Whatever happens, happens. Watch the fight. I'd watch the fight off stream. High screen and watch the video. Let me see. I can get a better understanding of what the fuck going on.
If it's 4 and under him jumping in. If it's like 10, that